Shavyfxhub. So let's look at the structure of BTC USDD. So we have a structure here after price broke the structure twice and returned, and it has formed a strong demand for upswing. And you have seen that Sunday, Saturday lied on a demand floor, and at 102, price has moved into 105 as a result of that structure. The structure is evident. You can see the structure here. Structure here after break and retest, price came back on 3 hours time frame, and have created support at that level to see price upswing. And from the bottom, you can also see that it has also held the floor tightly. So there was no way price could have escaped from that 3 hours time frame structure. Then from here, we also have another roof. We have a break and retest at this level. There's a clean break and retest. Here is a demand floor test, break of a demand floor, retest, price sell down. Price came here, confirmed it, and subsequently tested on that roof. And we have seen price drop from that level. There's a structure at this level. There's a structure at this level. Remember, our strategy is based on structure of the market. And our job is to look at the structure of the market. And one of the things you're looking at for is break of structure. That is what you want to see. So whenever you see break of structure, you know that there must be a retest. There must be a retest. So it might not be something that will happen now, but definitely retest will come. Definitely it will come. So one of the things market do sometimes by ignoring them as at on a current time frame is to play in the market. So it might ignore the retest at the moment, but will definitely come back to do so. This is based on experience. And we have a pattern here, which is an ascending trend line, which you can see it's also evident that price have made a significant demand structure on this level. So that demand structure will also be held responsible for what will happen in the next sell zone. So we have one sell idea, and we're going to clone the structure, and we place it on a roof, indicating that there could be a potential swing out from the current pattern of price. What that means is that if price manages to return again on this structure, price might come back here, take away the profit on this red ascending trend line, and a push away from there will be around from maybe 2,000 or 3,000 pip away from the structure. That is a takeout of a top layer supply roof. It already create a pattern. It create a pattern since April, right? So sometimes market create a pattern which it will take out on its own. This is a sell roof. This is a sell roof. So, but you must also recognize that the foundation of the market now is built from the floor, which is demand. Without demand, there won't be upswing, right? And without supply, there won't be downswing. So we must also bear that in mind. So if the market is upswinging based on the foundation it has on the demand floor, there is a possibility based on the current, strength of liquidity that it could take out this and come to the ultimate 3 hours supply roof. And I'm also going to shade it, thereby also leaving the previous red ascending supply roof. That could also be a trigger. Everything in trading is probability. Everything is probability. So there's a probability that market will come here and respect that red ascending trend line. If it does so, then to begin to sell from there. If it disrespects it, then it comes into a top layer supply roof. Then the case you are going to have is going to be like this, where the market will tap into structure, return into the structure, will most likely take this away. Then if it returns, then you could begin to see sell. And if it comes back here, there is a probability to take it away. And if it takes it away, the market might retest and you see an ultimate drop out from there. And whatever that breaks price away from this ascending trend line is a sell confirmation. So we must also pay attention to that. And we'll pay attention to that sell confirmation. And when it will come the way it will come. It might not come with a notification. So that is why if price is coming back there, you might likely put a sell stop. Yes, because most times it will not retest it. To just sell outright sellout. It will just be an outright sellout. So it's a force on the market. So most times they don't give room for that kind of negotiation. They just outrightly sell out. And we have seen this over time play out where markets will just outrightly sell out and it doesn't call for negotiation. It will just sell out like that and maybe later on come back. Then let's look back again. Let's look right. Our strategy is based on the structure of the market and we have seen what the market has done. And if you look at the structure, you see that we have a clean break and retest at this level, a clean break and retest, a clean break and retest in you can see that structure over there. So this is a price build up of a structure. We have here a demand structure, both creating new all-time high. When price came here, everybody celebrated. Of course, those who were crypto fans celebrated at that level. We had a build up, and price came back again, confirming this as a valid ascending trend line and also a demand floor. But the difference here, it's an ascending structure. It's an ascending support structure. And we broke out from that structure and came back on retest. It's like I tell you, the market is based on principles of break and retest. That is the number one principle. Then every other ideology is something that comes halfway. And let me also state this today. If you clone, because now this is a value structure, I want to clone this structure. I want to clone it in the sense that the market has returned to a buying character. Remember, our strategy is winning with character, structure and character. Now, you are looking at this now. The market has returned to a buying character. Then when market returned to here, after the bridge, it sold up to this level. It returned again, and sorry, it bought up to this level before retracing, right? It bought up to this level before retracing. Now we have a breakout from that structure. Now market returns back to that same structure. What do you expect on technical? What you expect on technical is for price to update the roof of the bullish channel. And if price does that, because I already updated this floor, where you should be looking at for a potential big sell will be on the same roof. And if it does so, then you are seeing BTC around 119,000 from where it is now. If there's an upsurge, it's around 119,000, 119,000, 118,000. If market want to update this roof, that is if it wants to update the roof. If it doesn't want to update the roof, then every other thing is not important. But from where the market is now, the market have managed to find itself back into demand structure. So as long as it remains in a buying character, it will buy. So it's not about whether you like it or not. It's about the structure of the market. So if you want to sell this market, now the thing you are going to pray for now is for the market to break out from the buying character. If it breaks out from the buying character, which is here, then we'll begin to sell down. And a sell down from here, remember, we already have price after breakout from the bullish ascending channel. Price have retested it, making here a value structure. And now, the reason price didn't continue to fall is because of this downward descending trend line, which we also got from here on 3 hours time frame. You can see if you go back to your chart, you see we have week here, we have here a demand structure, we have here a demand structure, and we have here two demand structure forming a W structure, a reversal price action, a shift from bearish to bullish. And once you see that W structure, is a sign that market is reversing. And market came here on a 3 hours W structure and have respected that chart pattern, respected that market structure, and price have left. So if it comes back again, of course, this is also a valid area of trap where market can come back and react around 70K. And it can come there and take away that structure, knowing well that a lot of people have now seen it as a buying floor So it is possible that price can come back and take away that structure. But however, it remains a valid structure. So let's shade it. This is a valid structure in the future based on what it has done. After buy here, double structure here, and price have moved. Now you now see we have a chart pattern now. You can now see we have a chart pattern. So there is a probability that price might want to update this structure, and an update into this structure will be around 118, 119 for a potential sell opportunity in line with the structure of the market and sentiment at the same time. So while the structure is playing, we also need to watch the sentiment, and the sentiment will be based on break of structure. So if we see series of supply roof broken, then we know that the sentiment is keeping is bullish. And if it fails to break a supply roof and begins to break demand floor, that means price is heading to sell. Sellers are hijacking the market. That's what that means. So this is a little bit technical. So on 3 hours, we see what price have done, a push into that zone, and we have seen that market respected that structure the way we want to see it. It respected it. So the next thing we want to see now is our EMA. Let's look at our EMA if we have a clue as to what our EMA presents. And you see what price have done here. There is a small wick here, which I think that on May 12th, price has come to that level. It's a strong weak rejection. Of course, I don't even know why they decided to respect at that level, but sometimes markets will always find a reason to strike. It's just like somebody who wants to look for your trouble. He will find any small reason to set up a problem for both of you. Just look at this small wick is what's responsible for sell. Just look at this price action here. It's unbelievable that this small rejection here is what is responsible for today's sell. So that makes it a technical roof. So if price have adopted it as an area where it wants to look for trouble, then of course you have to adopt it as a supply roof. So as it continues to trade within there, we'll see it as a litmus test for buy continuation. So what that means is that if they decide to come back and respect it again, it means there is something at that level, which a lot of people call bearish order block. But I don't see that. I don't want to call it that. I just call it a supply roof. And you can see what price has done. Immediately price tap into that. We're seeing over 1,000 point drop from the current price. So what we'll see here is it looks like we have a breakout from a supply roof. So that breakout from a supply roof, I want to look at it from this perspective, knowing fully well that price might want to update it. And if price want to update that, then it means that price might want to continue buying after retesting the roof. If price comes back here, it might go back again and break the structure and continue uptrending. Yes, there is a breakout from a descending trend line. You can see that descending trend line. Let's look at it on 4 hours and see if it tallies. On 4 hours, in fact, we're having something at this nature, meaning that so we don't know which one price want to react, whether it wants to react on 3 hours. If it wants to react on 4 hours, then you have an early buyback. But if it wants to react on 3 hours, then you have a deeper pullback. So this is 3 hours. So which one is going to be meaningful? It's a deeper pullback. So to enable those who were not in the buy opportunity to find opportunity and squeeze themselves in a buy trade. So, and most times the market will first of all react on that 4 hours demand on that breakout, then come back again and take it out. So it will be cautious to stay on the 3 hours breakout. So let's look at 2 hours and find out which one is the most important position, because you're looking for a deeper pullback so that price can get back and continue in the direction of trend. So it shows that 2 hours is better. 2 hours is better than 3 hours. 3 hours is better than 4 hours, because what you are looking for is a pullback. The market has to pull back. It has to pull back and allow other people to get opportunity and enter into the market. So if you enter here on a 4 hours, you are going to be in a much deeper loss. So you see, we looked at 4 hours, we looked at 3 hours, and we looked at 2 hours. And you see on 2 hours makes a whole lot of sense, because on this breakout, you see price creating here. We have here as a supply roof, we have here as a supply roof, and price was selling. When price came back, broke the structure, look at the retest, ladies and gentlemen. So it has to come back at this level, around 103, and pull up. And in more extreme case, when price is seeking for liquidity, market may choose to return to the ascending trend line, a dynamic support structure that have held price in the past. And if that happens, that will be an ultimate, opportunity that you are waiting for, where price can come back and on that trend, look at this is the trend here. So if price come back at this level, it most likely might make a whole lot of sense to see it pick liquidity on this roof. Yes, so if it comes here, it will be a good time to see price come back here and pick itself and continue to go. And if it breaks out from that trend, it's a sell. If it decides to break out from there, then it has turned itself to a sell because that will be a broken demand floor. And if it does that, then it will be a sell stuff and it will continue to sell. Most likely, if it's selling, it will come back here to retest the 100 level. I posted this 100 level retest previous time. The reason you are doing so is because on on 3 hours, you have a structure. That structure is valid on 3 hours, it's valid on 2 hours, it's valid on 4 hours. They are all valid break and retest. So this remains a valid floor that if price is coming back, you want to see price come back to retest this structure. Haven't retested this structure once. So if it comes back the second time, feel free to go for a buy. This is a structure. Yes, so if it returns here around 99, 100, it's an opportunity. An outright breakout from here is a sell continuation. So if price breaks out from there, then abort or buy idea, change your sentiment to sell, and you might likely sell up to 69. You might likely sell up to 69. And if it continues to have a roof, our roof is saying 119. I didn't make this thing up. This is the structure of the market. So if it turns out it's not what it's doing, that is not my making. But my duty is to look at the chart and tell you what the chart has done. So it's going to do two things. At 99, 100 is a demand floor. If it breaks out from there, then it most likely will sell to 69. It might even sell up to 58. It might even go below that because there is a trap already. We have a trap. This is a buy trap. Remember, buy one, buy two, buy three, buy four, five, W structure, reversal price action, double bottom, price have moved. Now to the roof, we have supply one, supply two, which is also making another supply trap again. From the up, we have a supply trap, supply one, supply two. If you take away this line chart, you will see the structure is actually a trap. So if price come back here, here is more potent because it's going to be a profit-taking time. So if price returns here, you will see that market makers will want to take away their money, liquidation. They're going to take it out. So if they take it out, the most likely place where they will stop again and decide if they will continue to buy is at this trend, which is the most important level in this trade. This is the most important buy floor here. The most important buy floor is this one. This is your most important buy floor. So if they break it, then they will sell down completely into 69. And if they come down here, they will take away because it's a buy trap. There is a low lot of liquidity built up on this descending trend line. So if they take it out, then they will want to retest it. And if they retest it, then it's going to bring more pain. It's called liquidation, take away money. They call it liquidity sweep. And if that happens, we're not left alone because we have a structure. Then we have another descending trend line that have held price in this manner, where you see price. We have a descending trend line in this manner. And it's also built up by price. And it's most likely will come at that level. And you see it up to 27. I know a lot of people do not believe this, but this is the structure of the market. And you can see if that happens, we have price create here as a demand floor, price create here as a demand floor, and they couldn't update back because it was stopped by another descending trend line structure here. So if it happens here, break away this structure, it will bring this price to a point that people will not believe. That's around 27K. So there is a structure at this level also that you must keep in mind. Shavyfxhub. I will never reach out to you to ask you for anything, account management or anything of that nature or liquidity assistance. All our trade are for educational purpose. Our idea is to attain 100% accuracy in the financial market. If it's not 100%, then it's not, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be here on 60% or 70% or 80%. We believe there are traders who are trading on 100% accuracy. I believe. I believe there are traders. Just like in your class, you have first class material. In every class, you have like 3 or 4 first class students. Some department produce only 1 first class in a decade. I believe in the field of trading, there are those who are first class in this game. So that is why we continue to chunk out trades, free trades, because we believe it's attainable. We believe it's attainable.